Welcome to the FBTV feature game. I'm Darren Lutton. The great thing about Lions winning the league last week is that it gives us the opportunity to check out some of the other competitions and see how they're progressing. Tonight we're at Elder Oval for the Capital League 1 clash between Annerley FC and the Holland Park Hawks. Now it's a similar situation to last week. Annerley are fighting for their survival and will be desperate for points. Holland Park need just 1 point to secure the premiership. It's all to play for tonight. Let's get straight to the action. Calling the game is Rafe Griffin.
It's a cool, chilly night out at Elder Oval. We saw the Holland Park coach Ben Ryan well rugged up in the opener. These two sides meeting for the second week in a row and a bit of a quirk in the draw. This one's a round 9 catch-up. Last week it was out at Holland Park's home where they won 3-0 in the round 20 match against Annerley. So all to play for differing reasons for those two sides out there tonight. Alex King with control of this match, assisted by Brendan Leach and Duncan Mansfield. Now Annerley trying to bring it out of their own defensive half. Well won there by La Petite on for McNabb. McNabb trying to dance his way around. Plays it back for La Petite. Just over the bar on that occasion. Gives the big thumbs up to McNabb for his effort. Now Medill, he's held back here. And they've given away the free kick, Annerley. We're going to have a yellow card early on in this match. So free kick here to Holland Park. Looks for Smith. And a good touch over the bar there by Luke Sutherland in the Annerley goal. Second look at that. Free kick put in. And good save there by Sutherland getting up high. There's Holland Park. Now to knock it out of their own defensive territory. On by Smith for Medill. Challenge there between Medill and Josh Peacock for Annerley. Medill goes down. Referee Alex King waves away the shouts. Let's take a second look at that. Yeah, 50-50. I think both players having a fair crack at that one. Here's McNabb again. Holland Park certainly busy inside the first 10 minutes. McNabb, he's gone down. Referee Alex King has pointed to the spots. Hasn't hesitated. Now Alex King, he just obstructs that contact. We get the tail end of it. And Holland Park with the chance here from the spot. Converted by Dan Smith despite the best efforts of Luke Sutherland. Holland Park have a 1-0 lead early on in this one. Corner here to the Hawks on the far side of the park. Drifted in, and there's a second. Marek Madel.
Goal for Holland Park, number 20, Mark Madel.
On the Pack Fry Australia GoPro replay. Straight in from the corner. Headed in by Medill. And we can see it there from point blank range. Holland Park, 2-0 now. Corner played short. Now it's Boyle. Goes across the face of that one. Boyle. Sharp turn and another save required by Luke Sutherland. Another corner. Here to the Hawks. Swings it in. And saved on the line. In fact, the goal's being given. Annerley players complaining that the ball hadn't crossed the whole of the line. It's been awarded with the referee consulting with his assistant. Let's take a second look at it. Jack Waldron. That part there, perhaps behind the line. Initial clearance off the line. Let's see if the Pack Fry Australia GoPro replay gives us a better angle. And looking at that, I think it's a moment too late there by Josh Peacock. O'Brien's initial effort, unable to be cleared. And like last week, Holland Park doing it comfortably. But Stout's called into action here. Yes, we saw last week that Lions had a 3-0 lead against Wolves. And we saw Wolves come back. Will it be a similar picture here for Annerley tonight? Of course, trying to avoid relegation. Ball played in. And in fact, Annerley have found a goal here through Trent Voland. The cross played in for Okaper. And Trent Voland able to pick up on the scraps. Puts it past Jeremy Stout. And just before half time, Annerley perhaps starting to get back into this match. And Madel pushes over Peacock. Referee King in there. Just to ensure that there was no friction there as Madel just tripped and looked to try to avoid Peacock, but unfortunately could only go into his back. Referee Alex King just having a quick chat. Played long by Wallace. Bit of confusion here between the defence and the keeper, Jeremy Stout. They're able to recover Holland Park. Free kick played short for La Petite. Smith delivers his cross in, and the header gives Holland Park their 4th goal of the evening through Daniel Abbey. Smith, cross in, Abbey puts it home, and the 3-goal advantage is restored. 5 minutes into the second half. Sutherland almost looked like he got a hand to it on the replay. At the other end here, Fernley can't find the target that time round. Baird. Through for McNabb. Cleared away by the Annerley defence. Straight to Smith, though, who rockets it in across the face of goal, though. In fact, it's taken a deflection off an Annerley defender. Smith. Oh, yes, you can see the heavy deflection, but that was rocketed in. Annerley counting their blessings on that occasion. McAllister has his effort cut out, and Stout gets down low to his left. A long clearance from the Holland Park keeper, Jeremy Stout. Now it's Baird. McNabb takes a touch. Tries to find his way through the defenders. Picked up here by Aviles. And Aviles has Holland Park's 5th. And with a half hour to play, Holland Park are coasting. Confusion there in the Annerley defence. And Aviles takes full advantage. Once again, an attempt at a desperate clearance off the line by Peacock. But Aviles zeroing in on goal. And Holland Park have all but a pinky of both hands on the premiership trophy. Will Voland have a say in it, though? Claims of handball, and it's given. Well, this match continues to twist and turn. Marv Bratton said, I was just trying to evade it. Hand outstretched. Alex King puts it out. Voland with his chance for the second. Oh, and he's put that one over the bar. Annalise Knight turning from bad to worse here at the moment. Voland. And that was perhaps the last chance for his side to get back into it. Of course, they're avoiding relegation, or trying to avoid relegation. McNabb, saved by Sutherland. Gets it second time round here, Matt McNabb. Madel. In fact, it's Abbey. Annerley now trying to clear. Vealers goes down. Referee plays the advantage. Now it's McNabb. McNabb towards the penalty point. Goes down. And it's a red card here. So, Annalise Knight, if it wasn't already bad, it's certainly shocking now. Referee King deeming a 2-footed challenge there. And Colin McAllister forced to go and have an early shower. Annerley down to 10. Dan Smith up to take the penalty. Puts it past Sutherland. And it's 6 of the best here for the Hawks. And just 15 minutes away now from confirming their status as the Capital One 2015 premiers. Here's a chance for a 7th. McNabb. And there's a just reward for Matt McNabb. Being one of the best players out there for Holland Park this evening. Tireless in his efforts. And Matt McNabb makes it 7-1 Holland Park's way. Into stoppage time now. McNabb still tireless. Here's Rasmussen. Party time in amongst the Holland Park crowd. That's full time. They are the 2015 Capital League 1 premiers, Holland Park. And unfortunately for Annerley, they're relegated to Capital 2.
Russell, that was a tough night at the office for you, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get many things that went our way tonight. A few calls I wasn't too happy with. We made errors in dangerous positions, but, Holland Park are a quality team. They'll do very well in the BPL. I thought we played a good brand of football. Towards the end, we had to push for it and went 3 back and 1 defensive mid because, season's on the line, so it was all or nothing. So it was always going to be either a win or a blowout score one way or the other, and we got the latter, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's football, I guess.
Tonight probably confirms your relegation. Tell us about the season. Tell us where things fell apart for you.
Oh, for us, it's the injury count. I mean, there's been a lot of people saying, that they've had 5 or 6 injuries and 4 or 5 players out in a game. Our injury count is now 37 for the year. I've played City 1 players a lot of the year, and to their credit, they've stood up, and that's the beauty about this club with having 4 City teams. I think I've used about 14 reserve grade players. The numbers are staggering, and tonight with the red card, that adds to that, and I guess the other centre back had his 4th yellow, so that adds to that. So now that's 2 more, and you just pull your hair out because, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but when you're talking over 30 injuries, I mean, you got to be a pretty good team to overcome that, don't you?
Ben Ryan, congratulations. Holland Park Hawks 2015 Capital League 1 premiers. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. If you'd have said to us about 12 weeks ago when we were, I think, 8th, would this happen? We obviously wouldn't have believed it, but credit the boys, they've worked really hard. We've won 10 in a row now, and everyone else who's been at the top's just kind of, I don't want to say chucked it away, but they've dropped points at crucial times, and we just kept going, and the boys deserve it, to be fair. They've worked really hard. I
spoke to Dave, your president, earlier tonight, and he said that the goal for the season was just consolidation in League 1, yet you've taken it all the way.
Well, I think the club's stance always was, look, top 6 would be good first year, and then we see where we build from there. But to be honest, when you've got a squad of players as talented as what we've got, to not try and finish in the top 2 would have been a failure in my eyes. And like I say, they've worked hard, and when you marry talent and hard work, you tend to get that type of result. So it's no surprise to me. I think people try and put pressure on at the start of the year and tell you that you've got the strongest team, you should do this, you should do that. Well, we've gone out there and proved that we are the strongest team, and we do deserve it.
Tell us a little bit about the club. You've been at a few around the area now. What's special about Holland Park?
I think the people who've laid the foundations, really. I first came here 6 years ago, and the one thing that always stood out when we played against them was the family feel that the club had. The people who've been there for a long time, and they've got obviously a plan in place to grow the club organically, if that's the right word. and just you get a good feeling when you're around them. So when the opportunity came up, obviously a club has just been promoted, you jump at the chance, and unfortunately it's come off for us. We've done well.
And what's the plan tonight?
The plan tonight is we celebrate like champions. It's last week we obviously clinched promotion, and there was a temptation to rest a few bodies, because I think we got 3 games to get a point, but realistically there was no way the lads were going to let me leave them out. There's, I think, 1 or 2 of their boys last week were maybe critical of the style we played. So the lads had said it was a training this week. Look, we got to play. We want to show teams we can play football and that we don't just put it long every time. And I think today we played some nice stuff. So I'm pleased for the lads that they've been able to prove that they actually can play a bit of football.